I would agree with that. Like that's why it feels weird that the Arlet gets banned out. It feels weird when we see heroes like these get taken away. But Farsa gets locked in for the side of Team HAQ, as well as Paquito. Finally, we see some Paquito in the EXP sector. Gonna be able to push out faster than that Lapu. But keep in mind that raw damage. Both Lo Yi and as well as Moskov, they've got to be aware of his positioning.
They definitely needed something to go through the portal. Like, I think Paquito, instant diving with the shortcut here, instantly going to be able to one-shot somebody. So they eventually needed somebody that can dive this here. Farsa, Nathan, not exactly the greatest to join in the shortcut here, but Fredrin, if he is able to join the fight, catching a couple of taunts here is going to be good. But again, they need some sort of burst. And RSGMY, all they got to do right now is just find a way to stall. In this case, Akai isn't too bad just because it deals with the chip. But looks like, no, it's going to be the Roger jungle. What? Okay.
Man.
What do you guys think? Like, is this too greedy from RGMY?
I feel like it's still okay. The only problem is that if Chips goes inside the jungle, this Roger's not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Unless they've specifically planned out this Louis to counter the chip so that you just preemptively set your second skill and then use your first skill to get that reaction.
This one might be a little tough here because especially at level 1, that's when we can expect to see Noir go for these invades. But the side lane pressure really depends on what buff slide it's going to be. Well, with that being said, enough questions. As we know, both of these comps, they want a team fight. They want to do it fast. They want to hit hard and get out of there as we move over to our 4th game of this series. Current score 2-1. It's going to be Team HAQ up against RSGMY.
Well. Do or die for Team HAQ. Fighting for their lives. Can they continue? Because RSGMY is coming to storm them and show you who's boss. Team HAQ has not won a single game against RSGMY for almost 300 days now. Sorry, 500 days apparently. Can they make history now and stop this? Or will RSGMY continue to shut down Team HAQ until now?
Oh, let's find out, because now the early game is not going well for Maima, having to use his Purify so early on. Izanami and Storm just making sure that they have full dominance over this mid lane for as long as possible. Even opting to fight for Litho Wanderer here, knowing that it's been given up by the side of Team HAQ.
Well, I mean, Vinogo is a damage dealer jungler, so this is going to be very interesting because I would say the last that was pretty damagey was Marcus, and he did not do well on that, so I'm hoping for the best on him on this Roger, because Roger has been doing quite okay for Max coming in from the Niners. I don't know. We have to look at how Noir is on this chip. When he was using against KGE, he was pretty good, but now going up against Vinogo, if he is proactive, Team HAQ should be able to slow down his farm quite significantly.
Like, I'm expecting Noir to get super proactive now, but because of the recent changes of 2 minutes here, he's been just playing very, very safe here. And on top of it all, they are going to be sending an ambush onto his repo here. They are anticipating this, but Vinogo does scout out Noir as well as Janice, so they know exactly where this chips is, so they don't have to risk anything at all. And I'm surprised, RGMI, they should be having their backs against the wall, but look at that, Vinogo is so confident, and Noir is going to try and harass him, but nope, nothing super crazy yet. Both sides just don't want to fight at all.
I think that Team HAQ recognized that we don't know where Izanami is going to be. It's better not to risk it for the time being, especially since it's going to be the first turtle up in a little bit. However, I will say, Janus, he's brought down to 50% of his HP. I don't think he's actually going to participate.
Yeah, Noir also getting poked apart as well. Iris from the backsides. Can look for the flank Ripple, looking for the catch on Noir. But looks like Turtle will be in the hands of RSGMY. They just cannot afford to commit to this right now.
Small wins for the side of RSGMY. While that turtle was going down, it allowed Janus to actually start working on his own jungle clear. Both mid laners will have to recall as they run out of mana. But here's that first gank on towards that top side, instantly stopped by Loliels.
Right now, looking at the jungle, looks like Storm as well as Vinogo, they're the one actually pressuring Janice, but Iris is there.
Okay, Olivia agreed to place here coming in. Frederick Estra comes in as well. Vinogo managing to steal the buffs away. Team HAQ, they're losing up a little bit of control here as RGMY somehow getting away a little bit too much as Team HAQ Now Noir finally gets his 4. He does have the shortcut. He needs to make some kind of play somewhere in the map. But it seems like RSG, they're just quick to react here.
They're not making it easy. Now with no access to that mid lane, it's tough for Noir to make a confident call. Eventually, he might just have to test out the portals, the Y-Walk, just to figure out where everybody from the side of RSG MY is going to be. I mean, he still has the flicker. Worst comes to worst, you just lose a battle spell.
It looks like RSG MY mostly are floating on top. The Minnow Fury is there for Stone. Only Saken as well as Maima have the Purify.
Oh, they've been rotating a little bit well here with Nogo, getting stunned on his way through, but they just don't want to commit against this Roger. Level 7, 3 minutes into the game. Very, very fast lead here on this Roger, but again, no fights at all from both sides. Like, they're just playing it so safe.
I mean, there's no reason to get into a fight right now. And I think, again, both sides very hesitant to actually walk out too far to make that first mistake, because we've seen whoever makes the first mistake on their team usually is the one who takes a large or a very long period of suffering, maybe like 18 minutes sometimes, 16 minutes of just pure domination before they actually get to play the game.
Right now, Noir is scouting, but it looks like he's not scouting aggressively. Like, he is not going for Vinogo at all. Maybe what happened in the previous game, dying 12 times, is really impacting him here.
Yeah, playing a little bit safe here, but shortcut comes in. They find Storm, but here comes the combo. Vinon's Rage catches onto Storm, managing to chain CC on Saken. He will lose his life, but the rest of the team's not going to be able to find anything here. Spear comes in. Izanami also able to get out to safety. Vinogo looking for the clutch plays, but he is going to be able to get out. So for a 1 for nothing here. RSGMY still able to contest this. They're quickly rushing the turtle for now. RSGMY. Do they miss this? No, they don't, right? That's no way Janus misses this time.
I mean, no way. But so far, the junglers today, you know.
Yeah, and I think that even Vinogo recognizes, like, hey, I don't have my retribution. I might as well just power farm. I want to be able to double the EXP and farm that Janus has by the end of this game, and I think he's on track to do exactly that for the most part.
Right now, I'm just... The power spike coming in from RSGMY, you got to figure out, like, when does Vinogo want to go in? After 2 items, after 3 items? I kind of feel like using Roger jungle, 2 items is honestly enough for you to go a little bit more aggressive.
Well, speaking of a divergent play here down bottom, finally RSGMY taking a little bit of initiative, but once more, where is this Chips? Like, why isn't he able to find anyone so far? It's weird to see how having a Chips and Team HAQ just playing this passively against RSGMY.
Well, to be fair, I guess both teams are relying heavily on their mid laners to scale up, or at the very least, their scalers to get into a better position. RSGMY waiting for 3 items on Lolios, 2 items for Izanami. Team HAQ waiting for 2 items on Maima, waiting for 3 items onto Saken, arguably even a 4th.
I mean, right now, even Izanami as well. He's been trying to get this diversion plays, but so far hasn't been hitting the mark. Not at, very different from what Maima did in game number 1. Izanami is unsure of the positioning coming in from Team HAQ. But to be fair, like I said, I don't know when is the true power spike coming in from RSGMY where they say, you know what, we have enough, let's go for it.
Okay, Divergent comes in, they go down, they're trying to make an attempt on Saken. Looks like it will go, but Noir not able to stop that at all. He's a little bit too slow, but Maima from the sides, he gets 1 shot. Izanami can, oh no, not enough. He needed 1 more feathered airstrike, but he was so afraid. So Izanami able to survive this. Noir looking for the play, zoning them off here. Shortcut still available. Iris focusing on the turret, finally finds it, but Noir, just go for it. Like, you can, do you want to, but he's afraid. Finally drops it as well. Instantly goes for the melt, and they take him down after so long. The first aggressive play by Noir. And RSGMY, they lose Lolios. But in the contrary, Vinogo, he's not too happy about this. He's going to try and fight back into this fight. Storm with the stuns. Minon's Rage still available. Doesn't commit to this yet. Turtle contest comes in. Saken takes a tier 1 down bottom though.
I mean, it looks like he's going to get the tier 2 as well. Team HAQ has been taking 3 objectives. No one from RSGMY is protecting the side lanes. Oh, but
No,
Lolios there.
Lolios 1v1 with Saken, who comes on top. Saken wins that fight once more on the bottom. Divergent play comes in. They get it to the furthest point. They want to hunt down Saken, but Saken is already out of there. He's going to be able to get out. Meanwhile, Noir, does he have the shortcut though? He's still on cooldown. He will show himself, but that's all. As RGMY loses the 1v1 for Lolios down bottom.
Now some breathing space. Now a moment of respite. Team HAQ, they've been proactively probing at RSGMY to finally find that hole, and they found 3 kills, but at the same time, like I mentioned in the beginning, right? Whoever made that first mistake, that's why we saw them so hesitant. Just a large amount of punishment. Ended up losing a good amount of towers. They ended up losing a neutral objective at the same time. That's why both sides are playing footsies with each other, trying to make sure whoever reacts first is going to die.
Oh no, Noir, what you doing? You gotta run. Tier 1's there. Lolio, does he got a stun? Oh, okay. Doesn't have to. Noir, to be able to get out to safety. Look at this. Just casually eating chips as if nothing just happened. Like, I died 12 times the last game, man. Like, this game, like, sure, whatever, man.
I mean, it goes to show, right? It feels like he is not trying to open up the map using his passive, rather just throwing his body up in front just to get a good, rough idea. For the most part of it, I don't think there's anything wrong, but it just feels like there's not enough coverage. Since they've already gotten rid of 2 tier 1s, why not, right? Be bold, be brave.
Uh-oh, the 2-man taunt here. He comes. Ezra comes in. Repo, does he get out? Yes, he will. But from behind, out of nowhere, they find him instead. Here comes the collapse. 3-man with no rage. They're all clumped up. It's gone. It's a disaster. 3-man down. Saken now 1v1 against Lolio. Nope, it's not going to be a 1v1 this time. Double kill, baby. RSGMY with 1 mishap. They take 4. What a catch from RSGMY.
What a fat wombo combo that was. Izanami making sure that there are no holes in that combination with Storm flickering in with the Minoran's Fury. Just no opportunity to really respond. A lot of yin-yang reactions there for him. But now this is the most solid lead we've seen so far from RSGMY. And they're looking to try and close this game. But we know how these games have been going. They've always taken at least 20 minutes thus far. Team HAQ, we're going to have to wait and see how they respond to beat back against RSGMY.
Okay. Seeing how Storm is playing. He's got the health, he's got the sustains this time. Noir, does he want to commit to a Minotaur? It's going to be tough. Lord crashing in. Saken in the flank lines here. Storm! Oof, barely catches him. Narrowly escaping death as well for Team HAQ. Fighting for their dear lives. Elimination match. Match point for RSGMY. Can they hold on? Iris still salvaging the fight. Oh no, Lolios, he caught him. He needs to get out. Iris, does he though? Everyone is here. Izanami got Divergent now. He needs to buy time. There's a tier 1 standing there. Iris, does he force the fight? Oh no! The save the day. Noir brings in the cavalry. He finally falls, but RSGMY, they're ready to fight back. Team HAQ, they're all split off. Maima fights Izanami, but Saken, he got picked apart. He got killed by Repo. Team HAQ, you made the biggest mistake. You should have let Iris die. Now everyone is dead. Only Noir and Ramaima remains, and RSGMY, they're gonna try and end things here for Team HAQ, ending their chances, ending their journey here in the playoffs. RSGMY knocking on the crystals, and they will do so. Team HAQ is out, and RSGMY makes it to the playoffs.
There you have it, Ripple. Give it to him. Walks up, knocking them out, and goes for the immediate stare down. Enemies in battle, but once it's out, it's all on the table. GG. Well played to RSGMY.
RSG, I would say game number 1, blundered in the draft. But we were talking